Have you ever felt like you're just a passenger in your own life? Like the world is a game and you're the only one who doesn't know the rules? For centuries, this feeling has driven humanity to seek a deeper truth, a truth that was carefully hidden, locked away in ancient scrolls and whispered only to a select few. The most powerful of these secrets comes from the mind of an immortal sage, Thoth, the great architect of the cosmos. He left behind a forgotten legacy, a blueprint for reality itself. But this knowledge wasn't meant for everyone. It was forbidden because it grants the power to control your world. Think about the moments you've manifested something incredible, or when your thoughts seem to create a real-world outcome. Have you ever felt a deep, undeniable connection to a higher force? Does this remind you of a time when a powerful idea took root in your mind and completely changed your reality? This isn't just luck or coincidence. It's a peek behind the curtain of existence. It's a glimpse of the very codes that govern your life and the universe. But here's the conflict. Without understanding these codes, you are living a life of cause and effect, not of creation and design. You are at the mercy of circumstances, and your most profound desires remain just that, desires. Your dreams will stay out of reach, and your spiritual journey will be a constant struggle against an unseen current. Most people will never discover these codes, and they will live out their days in a reality they didn't choose to create. But what if you could change that? What if I told you that a sacred text, concealed for millennia, holds the 7 keys to unlocking this power? What if I showed you the exact codes Thoth left behind, codes that explain how to stop being a passenger and become the pilot of your own reality? Stay with me to the very end, because once you know these codes, you'll never see the world the same way again. First, if you're ready to start this journey, please hit the like button and share this video with one person who needs to hear this. Let's begin. The Forbidden Scroll of Thoth is not a book to be read, but a blueprint to be lived. These pages, once believed to be myth, hold the 7 fundamental laws that govern the mechanics of the universe. For far too long, spiritual seekers have been given fragments of this truth, snippets of knowledge that offer only partial power. This is why so many still feel lost, even after years of searching. They were taught to see the universe as a chaotic place, full of random events, instead of a meticulously crafted system of laws waiting to be commanded. This first chapter is about shifting your entire perspective. You must abandon the belief that you are simply a product of your environment. You are a co-creator, a powerful being with the capacity to shape the very fabric of your existence. The universe isn't happening to you. It is happening for you and by your will. This understanding is the first step toward mastering the forbidden knowledge. Without it, the other 6 codes will remain useless to you, just words on a screen. This concept of a predefined reality is the greatest illusion you have been sold. Thoth's wisdom teaches that reality is not a solid, unchangeable thing. It is fluid and malleable, responding directly to your mental and spiritual input. Everything you see, touch, and experience began as a thought, an idea, an intention. The air you breathe, the ground you walk on, even the people in your life, are all manifestations of an energetic system. The first code is the master key that unlocks your ability to perceive this system. Keep watching, because the deeper we go, the more you'll understand how to apply this to your own life. Thoth's first and most profound law is the Principle of Mentalism. Its message is simple yet staggering. The all is mind. The universe is mental. This single statement dismantles everything you have been taught about the physical world. It tells you that the universe is not made of atoms and energy alone. It is a living, conscious entity, and you are a part of its thought process. Every single star, every galaxy, every particle of matter is a thought in the mind of the all. This makes your own mind a miniature version of this universal consciousness, a powerful tool of creation. Have you ever wondered why powerful spiritual leaders and mystics throughout history emphasized the power of the mind? Why they taught that your thoughts could heal your body, attract wealth, and create your destiny? It's because they understood this fundamental code. They knew that by controlling their thoughts, they weren't just controlling their internal world. They were directly influencing the external world. This is the difference between hoping for a new reality and actively building it. This is the power that was deemed too dangerous for the masses. An unawakened mind is a weapon used against itself, creating unwanted realities through fear and doubt. But an awakened mind is a force of divine creation, capable of manifesting abundance and joy. The universe is waiting for you to tell it what to create, and the language it understands is your thoughts. But how do you control those thoughts? How do you silence the inner chaos and speak with clarity? The next chapter begins to reveal the answer. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next powerful key. The universe, according to Thoth, is a grand mirror. His second profound code is the Principle of Correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. This is the ultimate key to understanding why your inner world dictates your outer reality. It means that the patterns of the cosmos are mirrored in the patterns of your own life. The stars and planets in the macrocosm reflect the thoughts and emotions in your microcosm. Your mind is not separate from the universe. It is a direct fractal of its essence. To master this code is to master the art of looking inward to change what is outward. If your physical life is in chaos, it is a direct reflection of a chaotic inner world. If your career is stagnant, it reflects a stagnant mindset. By this same logic, if you desire a life of abundance, joy, and purpose, you must first cultivate these qualities within your consciousness. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a living correspondence of your own mental state. This truth was considered forbidden because it places all responsibility and all power directly in your hands. It reveals that there are no external forces holding you back, only internal ones. The universe is a perfect reflection of your own beliefs and intentions. It is not just about positive thinking. It is about recognizing the deep, undeniable connection between your soul's frequency and the reality you experience every single day. This is a law you are already using, but likely without your conscious control. Nothing in the universe is static. Thoth's third code, the Principle of Vibration, states, "Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates." This law is the lifeblood of the universe. Every single atom, thought, and emotion is in a state of perpetual motion, vibrating at a specific frequency. Your thoughts from the previous chapter are not just mental images. They are powerful, energetic vibrations. When you think a thought of abundance, you are not just hoping for it. You are emitting a specific vibrational frequency into the cosmos. This is the scientific and spiritual foundation of manifestation. When you raise your vibration, you are simply aligning your inner frequency with the frequency of your desired reality. A low vibration is a state of fear, doubt, and scarcity, which attracts more of the same. A high vibration is a state of love, gratitude, and abundance, which draws more of that energy back to you. The universe isn't a passive observer. It is a cosmic symphony, and you are playing an instrument. The question is, are you playing a tune of harmony or a tune of discord? This is the power that ancient priests and pharaohs harnessed to build a civilization that still stands as a testament to their cosmic power. They understood that every ritual, every ceremony, and every pyramid was designed not just as a physical structure, but as a vibrational tuning fork. This knowledge was intentionally veiled from the masses because a collective of people who understood and controlled their vibrations would be unstoppable. Now, you're beginning to understand why. If you're finding this knowledge valuable, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. You'll want to be the first to know when the next cosmic secrets are revealed. Thoth's fourth law, the Principle of Polarity, introduces the concept of duality. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. This code explains the very nature of existence. Light and dark, hot and cold, love and hate. These are not separate things but two extreme ends of the same spectrum. Love is not the opposite of hate. It is simply a higher, more refined vibration on the same scale. This means that within every negative experience lies the seed of its positive opposite. To master this code is to master the art of turning a negative situation into a positive one. It's about understanding that you can shift your perception and your vibration to move from one pole to the other. When you are feeling despair, you are simply at the low end of the emotional scale. By consciously shifting your focus, you can start moving toward the pole of joy. This isn't about ignoring a problem. It's about seeing the problem as an opportunity for growth and transformation. This principle is the reason why true spiritual transformation is possible. It tells you that no matter how far you've strayed into the darkness, the light is always present on the other side of that same scale. The key is to stop seeing the poles as two separate entities and to understand them as two aspects of one whole. The greatest mystics didn't eliminate their struggles. They used them as a springboard for awakening. The next chapters will show you exactly how to apply this to your daily life. Keep watching to unlock the next powerful code. Thoth's fifth code is the principle of rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. This law teaches that all of existence is a series of cycles. The pendulum of life is always in motion, swinging from one extreme to the other. Just as the tide rises and falls, and civilizations ascend and decline, so too do the events in your personal life. This principle reveals that periods of success and prosperity are always followed by periods of challenge and reflection. Understanding this rhythm is crucial to navigating your spiritual journey without despair. When you are at a low point, this principle teaches you that it is not a permanent state. The pendulum will inevitably swing back. A true master of this code learns to ride the waves of life, not by fighting them, but by using their energy. They understand that a moment of failure is simply the beginning of the swing back toward success. This perspective transforms hardship from an obstacle into a natural part of a grand, divine dance. For too long, we have been taught to fear the bad times and cling desperately to the good times. Thoth's wisdom liberates you from this fear. It shows you that to resist the natural rhythm of life is to create suffering. To accept it is to find a deep, unshakable peace. The challenge is not to stop the pendulum from swinging, but to position yourself so that you can consciously use its momentum. The next code will show you how to apply this to the most fundamental act of creation itself. Keep watching. The sixth law is the principle of gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. This code is not about physical gender, but about the two fundamental creative energies that exist in all things. The masculine principle is the energy of giving, will, and action, the force that projects a thought into reality. The feminine principle is the energy of receiving, intuition, and creation, the force that receives and nurtures a thought until it manifests. True creation can only happen when these two forces are in perfect harmony. To master this code is to master the art of deliberate manifestation. It is about understanding that you need both forces to create your reality. You need the feminine energy to receive the inspiration and intuitively know what you want to create. Then, you need the masculine energy to take decisive action, to project that thought into the physical world. Without the feminine, your actions will be aimless. Without the masculine, your ideas will remain dormant thoughts. This knowledge was deemed forbidden because it reveals the most powerful mechanism of the universe. It shows that the true secret to manifestation is not just wishing for something, but consciously uniting these two creative forces within yourself. It's the reason why so many people struggle to manifest their desires. They are either too passive, all feminine, or they act without inspiration, all masculine. The greatest mystics and spiritual teachers understood this cosmic dance and used it to bring entire civilizations into being. You are now learning the same principles. Thoth's seventh and final code is the principle of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. This is the law that binds all the other six together. It teaches that there is no such thing as chance. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every action you take is a cause that will inevitably produce a corresponding effect. This is not a punitive law of karma, but a precise and perfect law of consciousness. This principle is what makes controlling your reality possible. Once you understand that your thoughts, mentalism, and vibrations, rhythm, are the primary causes, you can then choose which effects you want to experience. This is the ultimate freedom, the freedom to consciously create your future rather than being a victim of your past. The universe is a perfect system of logic, and once you learn the rules of this system, you can use them to your advantage. This code was the most guarded secret of all. A society that truly understood and lived by the principle of cause and effect would be a society of gods. They would not be subject to accidents or random tragedies, but would consciously and deliberately shape every aspect of their world. You have now been given the 7 forbidden laws, but knowing them is only the first step. The true power lies in how you use them. Stick with me as we begin to put these codes together to unlock your highest potential. And if you're finding this journey valuable, consider sharing this video with a friend who might need this wisdom. Now that you have the 7 forbidden codes, it's time to move from knowledge to power. Thoth's most guarded secret wasn't just the codes themselves, but the forbidden technique to use them. He revealed that while all 7 laws govern the universe, only 3 of them are the grand keys that you must master to actively create your reality. These 3 keys are the very essence of transformation, and they are what separate the passive spiritual seeker from the conscious creator. The first key is the mind, the second is vibration, and the third is action. These three keys are not separate, but a unified cycle of creation. Your mind is the blueprint, your vibration is the energy that powers the blueprint, and your actions are the physical manifestation of that energy. Without one, the entire system fails. This is the simple, yet profound, truth that ancient mystics used to build empires and shape their destinies. This knowledge was concealed because it gives you a direct path to power, bypassing centuries of spiritual dogma that kept people waiting for a higher power to save them. Thoth teaches that you are the higher power you have been waiting for. The codes are the universal laws, but the three keys are the specific, actionable steps that put those laws to work for you. The next chapters will break down exactly how you can start using these keys today to change your life forever. The first grand key to controlling your reality is the mastery of your mind. As we learned from the Principle of Mentalism, your mind is the starting point of all creation. To use this key, you must learn to become the conscious gardener of your thoughts. Most people have a wild, overgrown garden of fear, doubt, and negativity. You must learn to pull the weeds and plant the seeds of your desires. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about deliberate, focused intention. A powerful technique for this is conscious visualization. Close your eyes and see your desired reality not as a dream, but as a memory. Feel the emotions, hear the sounds, and smell the sense of that future you are creating. Do this with complete conviction and unwavering belief. Another technique is to use affirmations and sacred codes, such as the ones found in Thoth's teachings, to rewire your subconscious. Repetition is not about convincing yourself of a lie. It's about programming your mind to believe a new truth. This is the hard work that most people are unwilling to do. They want the result without the process. But the mind is a muscle, and just like any muscle, it requires training. The more you consciously direct your thoughts, the stronger your ability to manifest becomes. This is a practice, not a one-time event. The second key, which we'll cover next, is the energy that amplifies the power of this mental work. The second grand key is the raising of your vibration. Your thoughts, once formed, need energy to become reality. This is where the principles of vibration and polarity come into play. Your emotions are the fuel for your thoughts. You can have a powerful thought, but if it is fueled by an emotion of fear or doubt, it will manifest a distorted reality. To manifest with power, you must align your emotional state with your desired outcome. A simple and powerful technique is the practice of gratitude. Every day, take a few minutes to genuinely feel grateful for what you already have. This immediately shifts your frequency to a higher, more positive state. Another technique is to use conscious breathing and sound. The ancient Egyptians used sacred sounds and chants to align their energy centers with cosmic frequencies. Even a simple, deep breath can instantly raise your vibration. This is the emotional resonance that activates the laws of the universe on your behalf. The universe doesn't respond to your thoughts alone. It responds to the vibration of those thoughts. To truly unlock your potential, you must become a vibrational match for the reality you wish to create. It's an inside-out process. I'd love to know what technique you'll be trying first. Let me know in the comments below. Don't go anywhere. The final key is the most important one of all. The third and final key is inspired action. This is where the principles of gender and cause and effect come to life. Many people believe that to manifest, you simply need to think and feel it. But without action, your thoughts and vibrations remain dormant. However, not all action is equal. The universe doesn't reward busy work. It rewards inspired, aligned action. Action that flows naturally from your heightened mental and vibrational state. Inspired action is the divine masculine energy that moves your creative feminine ideas into the physical world. It is the effortless, intuitive pull to make a phone call, send an email, or go to a certain place. It's the moment when the universe presents a clear path and you have the courage to walk it. This is the difference between struggling to make something happen and allowing it to unfold. It's a subtle but critical shift in your approach to life. To master this key, you must trust your intuition. After you've set your intention and raised your vibration, the universe will begin to provide you with signs and opportunities. Your job is not to force a door open, but to recognize the doors that are already open for you. The ancient Egyptians didn't just wish for pyramids. They followed a divine inspiration that led them to take deliberate, aligned action to build them. This is the final and most powerful step to manifesting your reality. With all 7 codes and the 3 grand keys now in your hands, you possess what was once reserved for the high priests of Kemet. The true secret of Thoth's forbidden book is not a single spell or ritual, but the understanding that all 7 principles must be used in harmony. You cannot just think a thought, mentalism, and expect it to manifest without also raising your vibration and taking inspired action. You cannot take action without understanding the rhythm of life and the duality of creation. The path of the master is about becoming a conscious conductor of these universal laws. You are the maestro of your own reality, using each code like an instrument in a cosmic orchestra. You decide the melody, the tempo, and the tone. This is the ultimate spiritual freedom, knowing that you are not a puppet of fate, but the puppeteer of your own destiny. The universe is not a random collection of events. It is a perfectly ordered system designed for you to co-create with. This is the hidden wisdom that has powered entire civilizations and shaped the course of human history. When you understand this interconnectedness, your spiritual journey transforms from a search for answers into a profound act of creation. It is the culmination of everything we've discussed so far, and it is the single most powerful truth you will ever learn. Stay with me for the final warning from Thoth and the one thing you must do now to secure your new reality. You have now been given the forbidden knowledge, but this power comes with a sacred and binding responsibility. Thoth's final warning is simple yet absolute. With great knowledge comes great responsibility. The universe is a perfect reflection of your thoughts and intentions. If you use these codes with negativity, fear, or a desire to harm, the universe will perfectly reflect that back to you. The law of cause and effect is impartial. It simply returns to you what you put out. This is the reason this knowledge was forbidden to the uninitiated. A mind that is not prepared for this power can cause great chaos and suffering, both for itself and for the world around it. Your ego may want to use this power for selfish gain, but your soul knows it is meant for creation, for enlightenment, and for the betterment of all. This is the crossroads of your journey. Will you use this knowledge to serve your ego or to serve your higher self? The choice is yours. The path of the master is not about becoming a god, but about remembering that you are already divine. It is about using this power with love, wisdom, and compassion. The information you have received today is a sacred trust. Now that you have it, you can no longer plead ignorance. You are a conscious co-creator, and the universe is waiting for your next command. In our final chapter, we will discuss the one thing you must do right now to lock in this knowledge and begin your journey. You have traveled through the forbidden codes of Thoth. You have learned that the universe is mental, that your reality is a mirror of your mind, and that every thought and action creates an effect. You now understand the 3 grand keys to wielding this power: mastering your mind, raising your vibration, and taking inspired action. But knowing all of this is only half the battle. There is one final, crucial step you must take right now to lock this knowledge into your being. The one thing you must do is simple but profound. Make a conscious decision to become a co-creator. This is a sacred vow you make to yourself and to the universe. In this very moment, decide that you will no longer be a passenger in your life. Declare that you will use this wisdom to shape your destiny with intention, love, and purpose. This single act of conscious declaration is the catalyst that activates all 7 codes on your behalf. It is the moment you shift from a student of the universe to a master of your reality. This journey is not meant to be traveled alone. By discovering this video, you have found a community of awakened souls who are also using this forbidden knowledge to transform their lives. I want to invite you to join us. If this message resonated with you, please leave a comment below with one thing you're going to manifest in your life. Your declaration adds power not only to your journey but to the collective energy of this entire community. Like this video to seal your intention, and subscribe to the Hermetic Flame so you never miss another powerful code.